You're committing a felony right now, officer. You are committing a felony. That is an armed terrorist threat. This is Olmos Park, guys. Olmos Park, once again. Once again, Olmos Park. Why you got an AR-15 out?
Get away from him.
Articulate the law broken and I will...
I am.
Okay. Are you here to hurt anybody?
Negative.
Do you have a gun as well?
Of course I do.
Okay. Get away then.
Now, what crime is being committed here?
I will get down.
What crime is being committed here? So you got an AR-15 in hand because a man is lawfully carrying. This guy over here's got a pistol because he's lawfully carrying. How you doing? Oh, these cops are overreacting to a man lawfully carrying a firearm. We told you guys you were going to learn. Today's your education. Today's your education, Corporal. At some point, you're going to realize no crime is being committed.
In the state of Texas, only
This guy's got an AR-15 in his hand right now.
can the House and Senate pass any law that pertains to the penal code.
Here, I'm gonna
Which means
open carry
under
mine just in case.
1-08, no subdivision of the law can pass any criminal law, which means any law that you may have enacted
How y'all doing?
in your city.
We're just teaching your cops a lesson right now about lawful activity.
Does not make it illegal to carry
They're learning about the Second Amendment today.
or a loaded firearm.
What's that? Yes, ma'am.
What you're doing right now is holding gunpoint to a U.S. Army veteran.
You got a gun in your hand too?
To Iraq, who has never committed a crime in his life, who is doing nothing illegal, and you have 3 officers holding me at gunpoint because I have not committed a crime.
No, this is Olmos Park outside of San Antonio.
Are you starting to feel dumb yet?
Are you Renee? Are you the chief? Are you the chief? No, this guy back here. Are you the chief?
Yeah, there's a man with a gun right there.
You're the only one threatening people. You're the only one threatening people, officer. You're the only one.
You already asked if I was going to be violent. I am not. I am not going to shoot anyone. I am not a terrorist.
Are you the police chief?
I am an American citizen.
Are you the police
I will not
chief?
Get on the ground or disarm myself for not committing a crime.
Are you the police chief? No, we're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
We're not getting on the ground.
I'm going to tell you one more time to get on the ground. I'm not going to tell you again. If you have a
For what? What crime?
If you have a license to carry a handgun,
He doesn't need a license to carry a rifle.
If you harm me when not committing a crime, you can
Get
go to
away
jail
from
for up
him.
to 10 years.
What crime are we committing?
You're interfering with the duties
Have I
right
committed a
now.
crime?
Well, you have no duty to disarm a law-abiding citizen.
Because you can't ask me for a license.
I'm not doing anything
Get
against
on the ground.
Hey, look, man, I'm not doing anything.
I am not the... No! Get back! God damn it! Get back! Throw it off the damn...
get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Son of a bitch, I wasn't even a threat to anybody.
I told you to give me
Chief,
your hand.
you and I spoke. You and I spoke on the phone, Chief.
Oh, that's right. I can go to jail for up to 10 years. No crime committed and y'all attack people. Ready to shoot people. That's the first time.
You ready for a lawsuit there, officer? Because you just smacked my head into the ground. And Chief, you know damn well, because you and I spoke on the phone. You and I spoke on the phone, Chief, so you're doing this.
That's assault again.
Hey, you might want to read those papers. There's the law on that paper right there.
Call an ambulance.
Ever need a weapon?
That guy's bleeding.
I don't answer questions.
He's bleeding.
Get him in a patrol car and get him in a patrol car.
And what are you arresting me for?
You ready to get him?
What are you arresting me for? What are you arresting me for?
That man needs medical attention, Chief.
Get him in there. Secure him with that patrol car. I'll watch his weapon. You get him up.
Yeah.
You get him
Have
up.
another set of cuffs?
Huh? Yeah.
Another set of cuffs? I'll stay here. I ain't moving.
Can you take my hat off for me? It's all crooked and weird and shit. Or do you mind if I just bob my hat off? Is that okay? Is that okay, sir?
There you go.
I'm just going to take it off, the rest of the stuff.
Just try to get you up, okay? Ready, 1, 2.
Well, yeah, I'm like 350 pounds. You're going to need like 2 dudes.
Ready?
Yeah, y'all ready?
1, 2.
1, 2, 3. Up we go.
You're gonna walk with us? Get him in that patrol car. Tell fire to stand down. Tell fire to stand down. The area is not secured.
301, copy. We're measuring right now. 329 goes to traffic.
Hey! Walk us off.
1 male custody at 1817, break 223, copy, responding code 2.
Those are U.S. Army veterans you arrested for no reason. You have a comment?
Let's get this stuff. Let's put this in. Yeah.
Is that bug cheap?
Let's get back over. Yeah, we'll get her in a minute.
No law broken. You're attacking American citizens for nothing, for no crime.
Get those weapons.
No
Let me unload it.
Piss on the Constitution.
What we managed to do is bankrupt.
Is that Joanne Castro?
What crime have I committed, officer? What crime have I committed, officer? What crime have I committed, officer?
329.
What crime have I committed, officer?
PD with one adult male. Starting is 37337.
What crime have I committed, officer?
Transfer 1 adult male to the PD, number 37337, time 1819.
Are you not going to tell me what crime I've committed? Is that because you can't? Because there
301. 301.
Is that because there was no crime committed? Is that why you're not telling me what crime?
301, go ahead.
There was no crime committed. That's why you're not telling me, officer. What crime have I committed? Are you just being?
301, go with the traffic.
You're the kind of guy that makes everyone else look.
301, I got San Antonio on location. We squashed the rebel. Again, I tased one, and we got looks like 3 in custody at this time.
All right, hey, my left hand is falling asleep. By the way,
I'm gonna get you out right now.
Receive.
What's that?
Right, 223 can downgrade from code 3 code.
I also am bleeding on the back of my head.
323.
Thanks to you guys tasing a person who's not a threat to anyone.
323.
Can you run one on Joanne Castro out of Rival
You
Authority?
can't arrest us all, you realize that, right?
I'll give you a better breath in a little bit. Transporting one female to the PD, mileage 91508.5, 91508.5.
329. I'm out at the PD. I have anything.
So you got me here for what crime?
329, go ahead.
37337.
What crime you got me
Show
for?
the PD, I'm under 37337. Break 323, I copy transporting. You have to give me that date of birth before I can do anything specific.
What crime have I committed again?
Temp, I'll give it to you in just a little bit. Check case number, stand by.
What crime have I committed again? I'm confused. Why is it so hard just to tell me what crime I've committed? I mean, really? What's so difficult about that? It's a very simple
What are
question.
you jumping in, man?
323, go with any mileage.
91508.6, 91508.6. Get the PD.
Received.
Can you at least loosen up this left
323.
cuff? Hey, Vieira!
Can you send me a female to the PD for just to check this prison search?
We'll call SAPD or standby, see if we have one available. Yes, sir, 301 advised on tag. $244.
244, go ahead.
247. 247. Can you make Olmos Park PD for a search of a female? 120 West El Prado. Show you out.
249, show me around.
Received. 301, starting mileage, we're 195. 301, go ahead. 55348, 55348. Transporting one to the PD, start much of 55348, time is 1823.
If I was on the park, you want me to click?
353, here to be sure and go back in.
No, I'm busy.
223, straight back in. And I don't know if you copy, but I 247 made this location because they needed a female for a search.
Oh, you want me to be quiet then too? So I can pass out on the frickin' ground?
Just show me if anybody has to be.
I can't even move right now.
233 taken. Or 223 taken.
I'll be around to the PD. Wait, we'll keep going down.
323.
At Castro, 817 of 73. Check one.
Right here. Can you step out or just sit up right outside?
Joanna Castro, 817 of 73.
I can talk, jackass, but you know what? I'm trying to pick you up, man. I'm trying to pick you up. Hey, go. Hey, pick it up, man. Please.
323. The warrant is good for run for the county. I warrant for the interfering with duties of public service.
Go ahead and confirm.
Yes, sir.
.301. 301. If we didn't advise you we're clear, I'm going to call us open again. Bruce, can you open the channel? All through general traffic on primary channel is open.
Don't go forward. Probably asleep.
323, just last moving the warrant is confirmed. We're still waiting on confirmation. Confirm.
No accident. We gotta get you up. Okay. All right. I got you.
352, go for 301.
Yes, sir. Yeah, just be advised we are now starting to get calls from the news channel. We're just advising them we don't have any information.
352, I got about that information. Yeah. Oh, do it.
247, show me out. 247, show you out. 223, I'll show you out there as well. Break 323.
Go ahead.
Confirmation received for Joanna Castro.
You advise warrant confirmed? You broke up.
Yes, sir. Her warrant is confirmed.
So we're going in, fax it over, and I'll get a case number in a little bit.
Faxing it over, and I will. She's already in custody, but so our custody guy.
So go ahead and issue me a case number for warrant arrest.
Copy. Your case will be 3341-3341.
10-4.
I don't know what's Olmos Park Police Department. This is Renee. May I help you?
Hi, it's just Chief.
It is?
Hey, Chief, how are you doing? It's DJ Grisham. I'm with Open Carry, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I've been trying to get a hold of you guys. I sent an open records request, and I haven't heard from anybody.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, is there because we're almost up on the 10 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I mean, are y'all looking into that, or what's going on with that?
Absolutely, sir. We are looking into it, sir.
Okay. So with that said as well, I'm trying to find out also what were the issues with this open carry stuff and why we've got members that are being drawn down on. Is that policy?
Well, let me see how I can answer that too. That's going to satisfy your answer. So I can't get into the specifics with regards to certain individuals that we have criminal cases pending or we have offenses that are pending. I'm well aware that Texas is an open carry state. I'm well aware of that. So
okay.
Outside of that parameters, was there another question that you needed answered?
Well, yeah. I don't need specific. I'm not asking for specific cases. My main question is if a person is open carrying, is it policy to pull out a firearm? Is it policy for your officers to threaten individuals with their firearms? I guess is my question. Is that the policy? Or how do you guys deal with open carriers? What's the policy?
Well, again, Texas is an open carry state, so we're well aware of the fact that it's legally, it is legal for a person to carry a handgun on their person, provided that they have a license and they're not committing any criminal activity. We are aware that that is legal.
That's
So
again, Chief. That's not my question.
Okay.
You're skirting my question. Is it policy?
I'm not skirting your question. I'm answering your question.
No, you didn't answer it at all. I specifically asked, is it your policy to respond to open carry by your officers pulling their handguns and threatening a citizen? That's my
No,
that's
obviously. Yeah, obviously that's not anyone's policy to do that, including ours.
So then, as the chief, are you addressing the fact that some of your officers did that?
Well, I address issues that need to be addressed. If there's not an issue that needs to be addressed, then obviously I'm not going to address that issue.
Do you consider that to be an issue that you need to address?
I don't think it's an issue that I need to address. Again, you get one side. You get one side of the story. You don't know the whole side of the story.
I know the whole side of the story. I've seen unedited video. I've seen the entire thing.
That's your prerogative, and that's your opinion. And
so you don't. Just to clarify, you don't think there's an issue with your officers unholstering their handguns and threatening a citizen who is doing nothing but having a holstered handgun, and that's it?
Once again, I'll say it again. I am not talking about a specific incident with regard.
I'm not either. I'm talking about general policy.
I'm telling you, general policy. Texas is an open carry state. Provided that you have a license to carry a handgun and you're not committing any criminal activity, you don't have anything to worry about.
Well, apparently we do. That's my concern. That's why we're getting involved. Because
but that's your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion, sir.
Well, I find it very disconcerting that the chief doesn't care that his officers are literally unholstering their handguns without a perceived threat. I mean, that boggles my mind that you don't think that's a problem.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And again, you're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion. Everybody has an opinion.
Okay, so if I come to Olmos Park and I'm open carrying a handgun or a rifle, am I going to be shot dead?
I'm not even going to entertain that question, sir. That's not even a reasonable question.
It is a reasonable question. If your officers are pulling guns on people who are open carrying, that's a very reasonable question. Am I going to be forced on my face if I open carry there at gunpoint?
I'm not even going to respond to that question, sir. That's a very unreasonable question to ask.
Well, in light of what's actually happening, Chief, it's not unreasonable at all. I mean, I do plan to come there, and I'm afraid that you guys are going to threaten me and put me on my face at gunpoint for doing nothing more than exercising my rights. And you just said it's lawful in Texas. So why are officers unholstering guns when people do it? Do you unholster guns when people eat an ice cream cone? That's legal.
Well, let me give you an example, if you permit me here, unrelated to a handgun.
Sure.
Drinking alcohol in Texas is legal, would you say, provided that you meet the age requirement?
That's correct.
Right?
That's correct.
We're in agreement there.
Absolutely.
And we're in agreement that if you reach a certain level of intoxication and you're driving a motor vehicle in Texas, that would be illegal, correct?
That's illegal.
Okay. Same principle here. Again, that's why I told you. We're aware of the open carry in Texas, and we're aware that it's legal, provided that you have a license to carry a handgun and you're not committing any other criminal activity. You don't have a problem. We have San Antonio is a population of over 1 million point something people in San Antonio, and we don't have a problem with the majority of the people that come through with an open carry or concealed carry with a rifle or a shotgun. We just don't have that problem.
Well, I guess I disagree because I wouldn't be calling you if there wasn't one. But let me go back to your drinking analogy. If someone is sitting at the Olive Garden just drinking a beer and no signs of intoxication, are you going to arrest them?
Well, obviously, I mean, if there's nothing going on there for us to address, then no. Why on earth would we do that? I mean, there's many places here
but it's legal, right?
In Olmos Park. Yeah, it's legal to consume alcohol, yes.
Okay.
That's why I came out and I said it first.
And it's legal to open carry as well, but yet for open carry, you guys are showing up in force, and for drinking, you're not. So I'm trying to figure out why one legal activity is kind of
different. I
never
said that we're not showing up for the people. I'll give you an example. Provided, I mean, we know that it's legal, but there's always restrictions and parameters on anything. Would you agree?
Well, yeah. So what are the parameters that were violated? I get what parameters would I have to violate in order to have police pull up on me with their guns unholstered?
No, that's not nothing to do with it. I'm simply saying you're talking about open carry in Texas. There's certain places that you cannot open carry. Would you agree with it?
Okay, I'm
certain places that you can go to with open carry. In
okay,
Texas,
I'm talking about lawful. I'm not talking about going into school zones or. I'm talking about me just walking down the road, minding my own business, not going through school zones, not in a bar, not where I'm not allowed to be. I'm talking about just plain old exercising my rights peacefully, smiling, waving at people, holding a sign maybe.
I've already answered that question. Texas is an open carry state. You can legally carry a handgun in Texas, provided you have a handgun license to do so, and you're not committing any criminal activity.
Okay. So is it your policy to stop people to check their licenses?
That just depends on the circumstances that surround that. It's hard for me to tell you in a hypothetical situation.
No, it's not a hypothetical.
Does this happen? Yes, it is a hypothetical.
No.
There's plenty of variables in between there that you may be unaware of.
Okay. I can't believe I have to dumb this down this way. I'm talking generally nothing else. There's no other variables but a person open carrying. Is it your policy to stop and identify that person and check their license? There doesn't have to be.
You're asking me a hypothetical situation.
Oh my gosh, Chief, come on, don't play the politics game.
I'm not playing the politics game. You asked me a question. I've addressed your issue.
It's not a hypothetical. It's not a hypothetical at all. People open carry every day. When people are open carrying, absent any other articulable suspicion, probable cause, just open carrying. This isn't a hypothetical. I'm not saying, okay, a person's open carrying and he happens to have the gun in his hand. No. He's got a holstered handgun in accordance with state law in a belt or shoulder holster, absent anything else. Is it your policy to stop and identify those individuals?
No. Obviously, no. We have encountered many people with open carry.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. Well, I'm still a little flabbergasted that you don't think it's necessary to investigate pulling guns on people for open carrying. But I do look forward